Alright, quick review for PXN racing wheel. So it's a nice setup for the price. You got the 3-pedal clutch, you got the sifter, you got the wheel with both the 270 and 900. So basically, you can do the full rotation, or you can physically lock it. So you lock it for more racing games, and then you do the 900 rotation for, I guess, like Truck Simulator. That's what they suggest, at least. Now, I got it for hooking up with the Xbox Series S, and they do say it's compatible, but it's kind of real jank. So you can see here I've got a controller, because you have to trick the console, I guess, in recognizing this as a wheel. So you plug your controller into the wheel, you plug the shifter into the wheel, you plug the paddles into the wheels, and then you plug the wheel into the Xbox. And it won't work unless you have a controller plugged in to, I guess, there must be like some sort of Microsoft chip in an official controller that says, yeah, this works. So once you do that, it works fine for racing. All the buttons work, the clutch included, and the shifter, all 6 gears, work. And it recognizes, like, neutral and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the one thing is, unfortunately, there's a lot of input lag. The pedals and the steering felt okay, but like every other button, you can see if you just keep pressing buttons, sometimes, like, I pressed the button like 4 times before, like even just in menus, and it's not, like the game. If you're using the controller, it's like super, but sometimes it's fine, and then sometimes there's a bunch of input lags. And same thing for these buttons. I was just really trying Forza real quick with it, and I found even trying to do like the handbrake with B, because that was the default button, I'd probably maybe put it there. But, even that sometimes had input lag, but it's intermittent lag. So, as someone who got this for playing on the Xbox, I can't really recommend this, especially for this price. Like, it's cheaper than other full setups, but at this point, I just say, like, suck it up and save the extra $100 and get like the Logitech G29 wheel, just the wheel, for the extra $100, or whatever equivalent of the Logitech G29 is compatible with the Xbox. But, I can't recommend this for the Xbox because of intermittent, button lag on the look at that. Again, it has nothing to do with the game. It's, using the controller that's plugged in here, like, never have. So it's either input lag or bad, like, builds, like bad sensors in here or whatever, like bad buttons. The steering was fine. The vibrations worked. They're not resistance. It's only vibration, but that was fine. I can't say if you're getting it for PC, this might be fine, but because it touts compatibility with all the consoles, specifically for Xbox, I'd say avoid it.
Well, first of all, sorry for all the mess you're about to see on this video. just reviewing this wheel, it works fine. We're going to have a lot of cables because that thing, the pedals, the shifter, it all goes with cables to the back of the wheel. Plus there's another cable that goes from the wheel to the Xbox, and there's a fourth cable that goes from your controller to the wheel, and that's for it to work proper. Oh, that's for it to work, because if you unplug it from the controller, this light will be red. Now, everything works the way it's supposed to, but I don't know if it's something, I don't know if it has to do with the settings or not. I haven't been able to find a way of fixing this, but in this case, the clutch, you don't need it, and actually you don't even need the shifter. So, for example, in theory, for the reverse, I would need to pull down and bring it all the way to the right? So that would be my reverse. But in reality, it doesn't really affect the game, because I can just press the brakes and it'll go back. And then on the same case, if I just go with the speed there, I don't even need to touch this. I can leave this on neutral, and this thing will just go. You'll see there how it changes all to second, third, fourth, without me even touching the shifter, which is a little bit sad. Well, I just need to be on flat ground to go to fourth, but it's a little bit sad because I was expecting a little bit more of realism. So you kind of get the experience of the game. You get the experience of touching it, but it doesn't get as realistic as having to make the shift changes or anything. I've never used one of these, so maybe I was expecting too much. Maybe that's not the way they are supposed to work. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's good when you know it's going to work that way. But me personally, I probably wouldn't spend money on another set of these now that I know the way they work.